Welcome. In this video, I will give you 26 plus years of business knowledge based on the knowledge that I had being in masterminds and leading and building my own mastermind. What is a mastermind? It's what every successful entrepreneurs should use, and many of them are using, but not enough. But knowledge alone is not going to change your business. Action needs to be mixed in. And you know what action makes it 10 times more likely that you'll actually succeed with it? I'll tell you what, having the right people around you. And that is actually why I want you to do something about it right after this video, because guess what? Most people will not do that, but you are different, aren't you? Good. All right, if you know already now that you'd like to know a little bit more about this, there's a link for you right in the description that you can click on. So go there right now. If not, continue watching and I'll teach you more. I want you to start the process of finding 4 to 5 people that you admire and look up to. And they cannot be personal friends. They should not be family members. There's got to be somebody that you met in some kind of a business setting, meaning that you're, in this case, focusing on starting a business. You're an entrepreneur, or you're already running a business and you don't have that network around you, because trust me, you do need other people around you to succeed. Like Oprah Winfrey even said, you can never make it alone. There's always a team behind. There's always people behind. There's always supporters, advisory boards, mentors, people. But the way to intensify that is exactly what I'm talking about. Build a mastermind team around it, because 1 + 1 is not 2, it's 11. And just like Napoleon Hill says, you need to create the third invisible intelligence. And the only way you can do that is to be in a group. So when 2 people or more get together for a common goal, you create the famous third invisible intelligence that you can never reach alone. So with this group, it's not about networking that's happening here. It's about taking your business and everything you're doing to a whole other level. And you will keep each other accountable, and you will share ideas. What are you going to do tomorrow? How are you going to do it? What are you struggling with? What do you need help with? What else did you learn? How can you add things to the group that the group as a whole could benefit from? There's a lot of layers to this thing here that you haven't even tapped into a fraction of it with what I'm telling you right now. But that's what you will learn and experience when you're in a group like this. And it'll blow your mind, I can guarantee you. And that's what it's done for me over and over again. It just adds so many dimensions and so many thoughts and things that you can do that you can never do alone. So watch this video, take notes, and start finding your people. And guess what? It's easier than you think. It starts with 1 person. And then the 2 of you get together to find the 3rd person. All right? So it's not that hard, but you got to pick the right people and use the right criteria for picking them. And I will actually show you what to do when it gets down to nitty-gritty parts. I won't have time to do that in this video. This video is meant more as a, hey, wake up. Man, woman, you need to do something different if you want to succeed. And that's exactly why I'm here. And I want to share everything I've learned, because it makes such a big difference. And that's why I'm on a life mission to make sure this happens. And for many people in different levels, up to the highest of executives to people on the ground, people that want to just find a job or want to have a promotion in their current job, or they want to get good at sports, or they want to find a relationship, or they want to combat a disease or something that they're struggling with. Form a team, form a support group, form a network that you have access to and they have access to, so you can all help each other reach your goal, your burning desire, like Napoleon Hill says. So your mastermind will actually make you do it. And that's why I want you to get started now, not sometime tomorrow or later. I want you to take out a piece of paper, start writing down, or draw a circle for yourself, put your name inside that, and draw 4 to 5 arms coming out from that, and prioritize person 1 that you want to go after. Now, as you heard me say earlier, the 2 of you find the 3rd person. So that doesn't mean that the 2nd person on your list will be that third person, because that's collaboration with the other person. But I'd say still write that down, because guess what? You are the one that's taking initiative. You're the one that's sitting in front of this video and watching this, and you need to take charge. That's exactly what I did. When I start these mastermind groups, I make sure that they're moving forward and make sure they stay on track. Having people show up on time, holding them accountable, making sure that they get the help they need, but also pulling information out of them so that they can contribute to the group. And we all learn to move in that facet. And then after a while, it runs very smoothly and everyone's adding more and more value, because they see what magic happens in a mastermind. And that's exactly what I want you to experience. So again, all successful business people have a support network, which I've deemed mastermind. Taking the idea from Napoleon Hill, the mastermind. But many people don't use the word mastermind, but this is exactly what it is, and this is what I would like you to refer to it as well, because this holds the key. It holds the value, it holds the focus of what it is that you're building, and that's what we need to work around. Okay, so as you go into this group setting here now, you need to be very aware of what is it that you are good at. What are you bringing to the table? Why do the other people want to be in a group with you? This is one of the first questions you're going to start facing, and probably start thinking about yourself too. Many people think, why would somebody want to be in a group with me? Well, that's exactly why I want you to think and put down on paper, what is it that's really unique with you? And I also like to say, what's cool about you? You'd be surprised what hobbies you may have had, interests before, experiences you had before, contacts you've had, connections, all kinds of things play in. And I'm not going to go into stories, but if you watch some of my other videos, you'll see where I talk about how I was a party promoter for 22 years, how it became one of my cornerstones for, I get goosebumps when I talk about it, how it became one of my cornerstones to what I achieved in the US by organizing social events for my friends of friends. Call it parties, call it whatever you want, but I end up meeting amazing contacts. I'm not going to get into that here again. I talk about it too often, I feel. But people, everyone across the world would know these people. So anyway, that's not the point here. What I'm saying here is that you need to really think about who are you? Who are you to pitch this to another person? Why should they spend every day with you, Monday through Friday, or once a week with you for an hour and a half or more in a mastermind group to collaborate with you? They want to know, is this worth their time? And you want to know if it's worth your time to have this person on your team. That's why you got to get good at selecting people. You got to get good at picking the right people. You don't need to be a presenter or a host or a leader of sorts that you're going to present at the mastermind, because the group does that by itself. The way I teach mastermind, where everyone gets to speak, everyone gets to be involved. There are mastermind groups that are too big. People are selling for $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year just to be a member of. That's not where I am at. I am at the ground level where people build real masterminds, real group, real support networks that helps them move forward on a daily basis. Hold you accountable, stops you from procrastinating, helps you achieve what you're going after, and everyone is looking for that exact thing. And that's why I'm here. So your main goal will to build your network around your burning desire. And you need to find out what the other persons, plural, are, what are their burning desire? How can you help them? How can you build a team that's going to nurture all of you? And you'll be surprised. You don't need to know that exactly as you start out, but it'll come to fruition. It'll come to the surface. And that's really important, because you want to make sure that everyone benefits. Sure, have you had people leave the group? Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, we even kicked some people out. We kicked out one guy that he was making $27 million a year on Amazon, selling on Amazon, but he didn't contribute to the group. We did a vote among the group and we kicked him out. He had done a couple of things where he didn't follow up consistently, and that's also a big no-no. Not going to get into details here again, but we're holding everyone to a high standard. Showing up on time, participating, helping people, responding to people, and chiming in, being present. And it's more than just being present. We are an active listener. And you'll see when I do my own masterminds, I'm actively taking notes when other people are speaking, so that I can follow up with them or fully understand what it is that they're struggling with. So when I'm not talking, I'm extremely active on the other people. I'm getting into too many details here. I just get excited. But I want you to just kind of get a picture of what this is all about, because it's life-changing, this mastermind. And you as a business owner, you must be in a mastermind. I don't want to repeat this like beat a dead horse over the head, but it is so important that you get into a mastermind, and you won't even believe it. I had a conversation today online with this lady saying, I enjoy working by myself. I'm much more efficient. And I'm not talking about being efficient. I'm talking about getting other impulses, other ideas, other contacts, other viewpoints, because you don't know what you don't know. That's my whole point. So this is why it's so important to be in this mastermind, that you really got to get this point. It's not about you being great at and efficient working alone. That's awesome, because when you're going to work alone, being efficient is great. But you need other inputs. You need other sources. You need to take it to that third invisible intelligence level, like Napoleon Hill talks about, that you cannot reach alone. That's my whole point. So when you talk to these other people, you need to figure out what's in it for them. What's in it for them? That's what you need to, that's your selling point. And you need to be clearly able to discuss that. Hopefully this video, as some of my training, will help you do that. As a matter of fact, I know it will. But something that I'm hopefully sharing with you here today can inspire you about that. Ask questions, ask good questions. What are they doing? How can you help them? What are they looking for? What are they struggling with? What have they done before that failed? How can you make sure it won't fail again? How can you make sure it's successful? Let's focus on that. Let's not focus on the things that can go wrong or the things that you're not good at. Let's focus on the things that you are good at, which I think they completely do wrong in school. If they say, you're bad at math. Let's study more math. Let's get a tutor for math. Screw that. Go to what you're good at. Focus at what you're good at. That's what you go after, and you hire out for the other people that you're not good at. That covers that gap. And guess what? You'll make way more money that way. You'll be way more faster successful that way if you go the other way around. So you don't want to dwell in the weak things you have. Focus on the good things you have. So let's say you formed your group. Now you have your 4 or 5 people, your max 6 people. and you figure out, okay, what is the best format for the group? How would you meet? Is it online? Is it in person? Is it via video? And certainly it should be on a set time so that it becomes a schedule. Let me tell you what I've done. I've been in one mastermind group for over 20 years, started in 2004. We meet regularly. We actually used to meet once a week. We moved it to twice a week because we're so busy right now. Then I have another group that started in 2012, focusing on Amazon. We meet once a week, every Monday. Guess what? I built that second mastermind from 2012 at a seminar, a live seminar I was at. You can do the same thing being in a live webinar or in a group of other people or in a community. Start looking at for the people that are contributing, the ones that are asking questions, the ones that are giving advice and helping other people. Look out for them. Start posting and be one of them yourself, right? Hint, hint. You want to make sure you show up on the radar, that you're one of the go-to guys or go-to girls that are the kind of person that they want to associate with, right? And that's what I'm also doing when I go into communities. I said, okay, how can I help this community? I've been posting another post the other day. I posted, what's cool about you, in a forum I'm in. 150 comments so far within like 36 hours. Crazy. And then I said, okay, what other articles, what other posts can I put in here that fires people up? So that, where can I give value? And but I also do it to raise the awareness of me, and then they remember me. It's like, oh, Alf, well, that's the guy that shared this really cool thing, and you should see all the comments I'm getting back. It's fantastic. So that's just one idea. I'm not going to get into details here, but that's just one thing. How are your group connected? How do you choose to meet? So that's one thing we focus on here right now. So what structure do you want to follow? Is it where you go around the room and you have 15 minutes each or 5 minutes each? Or do you meet in a group where just free flow talking? Whatever rocks your boat is what you go with. Sometimes in the 4 to 6 people, we go around the table because we want to make sure everyone gets to talk. And in the 5-5-5, 5 people, 5 times a week for 5 minutes each, you have exactly that, 5 minutes each. And that's a rapid fire group. You can do other things like a breakout section, like a hot seat. I'm not going to get into details here again, but that's focusing on one person for one topic and everyone chimes in. So you got to mix things up, and that's what we've been doing also. Sometimes we've read a book. Sometimes somebody's gone to a seminar and they debrief us. So somebody has been to a webinar or SEO and they share, or we buy stuff together. Sometimes we buy courses together, we buy books together, we buy resources together. So think about how can you collaborate as a group. I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg here, but this is very important to start thinking about, because as a group, you'll become very powerful. One time, actually, and I'll share a quick story here, I was sued for some copy infringement on some images. It was one of my VAs, virtual assistants, that had used the wrong image. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, oh my God, they're going to take everything I own. I went to the mastermind. One question, one answer, case closed, out. That's all I need to know. I'm not going to go into details here, but those are the kind of people you want to have access to, because guess what? Somebody else had been through a similar situation and told me exactly what to do. So we figured it out. So many people struggle with finding the first person. Make it easy for yourself. Look around carefully. Find somebody that you click with or can click with, somebody that you admire and that you hopefully think is smarter than you. So that's never hard for me, right? Just kidding, right? But you want to find somebody that is smarter than you. Don't want to be the smartest person in the room, right? So look around for an easy win first. I'll give another story and scenario here. I actually chop wood in the forest. So I literally topple the trees, take all the branches off, tree falls down before that, right? And then I part them up in certain sections so they fit into the oven. There's a lot of work in this. I do this to stay in shape and be outside. And so one of the things when you start chopping trees, there's branches and twigs and stuff. And you start, then I'm going to split the logs with an axe, because I do that also by hand because I want to be fit. And I read the tree. I read the block. Say, okay, do I chop it from this end or do I go from the other end? And I always go, and it's kind of a symbolism, always go from the top where the branches are further down. If the branches and the twigs are high up on the log, it's much harder to go through. So the analogy here is do what is easiest first. Turn your situation into something where you have a big chance of getting a yes right out the gate, because now you're two, and you're two motivated people is going to find the third person, right? So that's my biggest advice to you, because once you get started, nothing's going to stop you. Now, when you start looking at the group members, you want to start thinking, okay, what skills, traits, experiences, contacts would you want in your group? Make sure it's not weighted too much on one thing, because you want to have a rounded person too. But sometimes it's good to have a person that has certain skills, maybe technical, that you don't have. Or one guy is very good at sales and marketing, and another one has amazing contacts, or another one is very good at getting done. So if you can get a mix of these people in your mastermind, It's going to put you in an even stronger position. So your job is to create a strong network, and you meet on a regular scheduled basis. That's number 2. Go in with the attitude to give much more than you take. That's number 3. Make sure you're not the smartest person in the room. Not hard for me, right? Keep the group focused and results oriented. Make sure that you have a group that are actually helping all the members, like, okay, what are you going to do? When are you going to do it by? Tell me what problems you have. How can I help you? Here's what I've learned. You got to go at it with all kinds of different probing and angles, and make sure that all the group members get involved. It's important to engage everyone. And that's one of the things that I see many people make the mistakes. Do never think about starting a group with only twice a month meetings. Forget about it. It's not going to live. I got 26 plus years experience in that. I've seen them dwindle out. You got to have momentum. Like Einstein says, nothing happens until something moves. You got to move. You got to make sure that there's action, the movement, and momentum in. When you're starting up a ship, a lot of the momentum effort is happening in the beginning because the ship doesn't go fast, right? But when the ship gets moving, it gets moving. And that's what you got to do. Just the same thing like everyone struggles with is starting. I'm here to help you start. Make it easy. Start with one person that you think you have a high probability of getting a yes from. Now you're two people behind the propeller, okay? Don't forget that principle. Don't take it lightly. Start with one person. Don't try to go after 3-4 people at the same time. No. Start with one person, you and them on a one-on-one conversation. Ideally video or in person, even better. And I wouldn't say it's one of the last pieces of advice, but make sure that group is fresh. Make sure you stay connected and you are constantly moving with times. Like in our masterminds now, we talk a lot about AI because AI is just taking off. All these things are happening. And how do we use the different tools? We're talking about, having AI agents working for us and all kinds of stuff, replacing many of the other tasks that we'd have to farm out before. And then there's vibe coding, which is also something pretty new, where you basically write a prompt, what you want, and the AI goes ahead and creates the app for you. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm not going to get into all these other things, but my whole goal here today was for you to sit and listen to hopefully something that inspired you. If some of these things inspired you and you have some questions, ask it below. Please comment below. And if you want to catch me, there's a link for you to catch me as well. Please look at your own notes. Hopefully you took some good notes and take action. Who's that one person that you can start with right away today? That's what I want to know. Hopefully this was a video that you enjoyed. I would love a like and subscribe. So do that below. Please comment also and let me know how I can be of help. I'll see you on the other side. And here's my famous high five. See ya. Bye.